is Scott Rudd, the Chief Strategic Officer at T3Live.com. Welcome to today's recap and look ahead.
观众朋友们，大家好，欢迎收看今天的直击美股，我是主持人张叔，在纽约向您问好。周三美股收跌，我们看到在最近一段时间以来，其实美股都在起起伏伏，但是今天的下跌足实是引发了一些投资人的担忧，因为在过去长达1个半月的时间内，其实股市都是在8到21日均线之上的，但是今天很多的重要的股票都在下跌，并且跌破了一些关键的点位，因此也是引发了投资人在考虑未来会否有更多的一些市场的疲软会出现。那宏观经济方面，今天是有一系列的经济数据值得关注，其中就包括了上一周的美国原油储备数量是增加了250万桶，其中包括了上一周美国原油储备数量是增加了250万桶，而这也是引发了原油期货今天的下跌。另外一方面，现有的房屋销售是下跌了3.2%，比预期的要更差，这也是引发一些担忧。但不管怎么样，在本周重中之重就是周五美联储主席耶伦的讲话。也重中之重就是美联储主席耶伦的讲话，而很多的投资人都在期待他有一个鹰派的言论，因此这个言论也是会影响着包括金属板块以及银行板块等等非常重要的一些股票。好的，更多的消息让我们来看一下今天的交易员访谈。Hi Scott, your stocks traded lower today, and S&P has been riding the 8 and 21 day for over the 1 month, but right now it seems like the market is a bit shaky. So how do you think about it? And also, because we have this light volume, so do you think the market is easily pushed around?
Yes, I think a lot of people are gone. It's very easy for the market to hit air pockets. At this point, it feels a little bit like there was a small complexion change. What do I mean by a complexion change? I mean if you're an active trader, not a long-term investor, you switch gears. I've been holding anywhere from 6 to 15 positions over the course of the last month, and today I got stopped out of most, and I'm actually thinking a little net short. Let me show you why. First things first, here is the S&P. Here is your Brexit move, which we talked about so many different times, your V bottom. Here is where we reclaim the 8 and 21 day, your time to get big and long. Here is your confirmation follow-through, and now we're basically right on this trend line where we're below the 8 day and hugging the 21 day. So if anything, I would take a little bit of caution here. You have a small double top, which was a bit confirmed by the move below yesterday's low of 21.86, and now we'll see if the sellers have any kind of power, heading into Jackson Hole on Friday. I would be a little cautious.
On the other hand, healthcare shedded more than 1.5%. With the Hillary's remarks, actually it goes like higher, but then the trend definitely changed. So how do you think about it, and how do you get out of it?
Well, traders trade real time. Okay, I was long the IBB. The bios look good. All of a sudden, Hillary, bashes BMY to slash their costs, which has always been a concern that if she's elected, what is she going to do to the pharmaceutical sector? So I was trying not to have opinions, but when something like this happens, you get out of the way. Okay, first of all, the IBBs look good. Okay, so you have two things here. One, came up to old resistance and got rejected. Two, went above a prior high, and then right around here is when her remarks came out. So your stop should have been when it went below the day's low. When an inside day like you have here gets taken out to the downside, you sell. Some people probably got short and made a lot of money. Okay, I actually just stopped myself out. The VTF saw me get flat, so I saved myself a lot of money. And now you have a huge engulfing bar that just took out this entire range, closed below the 8 and 21 day moving average. So to me, that's a wait and see, or at least a sell signal. Some people might have even went home short. I just went home kind of flat because at this point I was thinking we'd get upside follow through, and today things at least gave you a day to take notice, to take a step back, which is what I did today in the bios.
Earlier this week, we've been talking about the metals and the miners, how they continue this weakness to the downside, and today it accelerates to the downside. So how do you think about the metals and miners, and especially because later this week we're going to hear the speech from the Janet Yellen. So how do you think best?
It's good to have rules. Same thing with the 8 and 21 day. The miners were below the 8 and 21 day, so no traders who trade actively should have had a big position in the miners. And today, when we opened up lower at the 50-day, there could have been an opportunity, but there wasn't. So let me show you the GDX. Okay, the GDX actually gave you a bit of an engulfing outside day up here. Okay, so this is where you could have seen it first. Here was your first sell signal. Whenever you try and break out and you can't, do it, that's signal number one. And look at the wide range bar. Signal number 2, couldn't get back above the 50% of that. And then signal number 3, one time you break below the 21-day, then you open and close below it. Right here, that was your out. Okay, so coming in today, I drew the trend line saying, okay, maybe it holds the trend line, maybe it doesn't. Okay, but that momentum trend could turn into a break of the intermediate trend if, it breaks the 50-day. And what did it do from here? This accelerated trend line broke again here. Then even down here, it couldn't hold the 50-day. And look at the size of that break. So at this point, I feel like the writing was on the wall. I don't care who in their filings is long the miners or gold. But at this point, you could have been short or at least not been involved. And now we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see if we get some kind of red dog reversal around, this pivot in front of Jackson Hole, or are they hawkish and it continues to the downside because the 200 days all the way down here. But all in all, this carnage could have been avoided if you follow my 8 and 21-day moving average rule.
好的，就像 Scott 所说的，我们当前是遇到了很多股票表现不佳，所以说在未来希望您继续关注我们的节目。我们明天再见。